Yo, what is up, Panther Nation, Pantherologists? Welcome to the live. Before we get into today's video, a couple announcements today. I got a couple announcements before we get into basically what we're going to talk about today. Why is my can we go back to that? No, that's like screw it. Screw it. All right. All right, let's go through the comment section in here. All right, I'm here. Nice. And then you are here. Have fun. Give me 5 minutes. As always, make sure you find that like button or I'll pound your mom. It was just a joke, everyone. I promise. Uh, you know the routine. Give me some minutes. Yeah, well, you're always still here as always, Brandon. Sandy said that my comment was bad. Sandy, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. It's just a joke. It's too soft now, Sandy. All right, yo, balance is in the house and Brandon Hatcher's in the house. All right, so go through the comments. Quick announcement, everyone. There is a huge announcement. If you guys want to bet responsibly, remember that I have a 125% bonus on Bet USA. Use my link and to get this special offer down in the description. That is my first brand deal for this channel. It's all because of y'all and your support. I have to say that yes, it's my hard work, but without you guys pounding that like button, subscribing to the channel, commenting, sharing the videos, and all that good stuff. Even getting into the super chat, even doing that, showing your support with the super chat. Everything, every little bit goes a long way. So I have to say thank you to every one of y'all that have, ever joined my live stream or watched any of my videos. Like I said, pound that like button, pound that subscribe button. More things to come, especially with this brand deal. I'll have hopefully maybe have some merchandise coming. Got a I got a promo coming on the way. But if you are degenerate and a betting user like myself, go check the link down in the description of this video, betusa.com.pa. Go check it out. All right. I'll go ahead and even put the link to BetUSA, not the link, but I'll just put the website in there as well as I will also put in give me 1 second. I'll also put in this bad boy here. I'll also put this in the comments. All right, so y'all can just in case we have some slow people in here. So yeah, just a couple quick announcements. That's all. So anyways, 5 people are in here. Make sure that we are. Let me make sure we are at 5. Uh, make sure we're at 5 likes. All right, we got 7 likes. So that means people are just kind of coming in, coming out. I understand folks. This. I just say to everyone. All right. So, anyways, also another quick announcement as well. Frankie Lubu was limited at practice today. Shoulder. All right. Matt Rule at the press conference did say that he doesn't expect it to be very serious, so they just kept him very limited today, as well as Moton knee was limited as well. But yeah, so those two, shoulder for Lubu, knee for Moton was very limited today, as well as Brandon Smith's thigh was limited today. Matt Rule did take all three of those guys. He didn't expect them to be for their injuries to be serious. They should be going back into practice in the lineup this week. Um, Haynes did not participate. Marquise Haynes did not participate in practice due to his hip. Not sure the extent of his injury, but Matt Rule kind of did say the same thing that they still think he'll be in the lineup. Andre Roberts, as we all know, knee on the IR, probably going to be out for 2 months. Matt Rule did state that with Andre Roberts being out. Ty Smith will take punt returns. Chuba will probably take kick returns. Um, also, CMC did not practice today. They gave him the day off, non-injury, so there was no injury with him. There's nothing wrong with him. They just chose to give him the day off to rest. But um, oh, thank you, Balance. Sorry, I don't. My mic has been crazy. All right, is that better, Balance? Just let me know if that's better, guys. If you can hear me better now, give me a thumbs up or a yes or Y or something in the comment section saying you can hear me better now. Every single time it's at the beginning and then everything is fine. So I thought I did it before we hopped on here. So anyways, so just going over some injury updates and stuff like that. Like I said, Luvu was limited shoulder, limited in practice today, shoulder. Just kind of going back over it since y'all said my mic was messed up. So uh, Luvu's shoulder was limited, so in practice today. Expect him to be back in the lineup tomorrow. Moton knee limited, and Brandon Smith thigh was limited as well in practice. Haynes hip did not participate, but all these guys that were limited or did not participate, expect them to get back put back in the full lineup this Sunday. Andre Roberts, as we all know, knee injury. He's going to be out for 2 months. He is on the IR. He's going to be out for 2 months, which means then Shi Smith will take over the punt returns, and Chuba Hubbard will take over the kick returns. All right. And then CMC day off. It's a non-injury. They gave him the day off. They wanted CMC wanted to practice, but Rule and everybody, the staff, thought it'd be a good idea for him to kind of just relax and take the day off. So for what reason, why, I have no idea. But and then Matt Rule did state that they are really working on filling the gaps for this run defense. Really just trying to prepare for Saquon Barkley. And he mentioned an interesting stat that against Cleveland this past Sunday, I don't know if y'all know how many missed tackles that Carolina had, but I'm going to do a poll real quick here. And I want y'all to guess how many missed tackles they had. All right. And then I'll tell you the actual answer. Don't go look at it. Don't be going looking it up and all that stuff. Don't be go looking it up and all that stuff. All right, just putting a nice, fun little poll. Don't be looking it up now. Bunch of cheaters. I'm going to go less than 10 or more than 10. And then I'll give you the exact number. I'll go ahead and vote. Boom. All right, perfect. But anyways, it was pretty yeah, obviously Brandon Hatcher said too many, 14. Yeah. It was definitely way too many. All right. All right. So I just put less than 10, more than 10. All right. Balance. That's a good guess, actually, but I'm not. It's close. All right, so let's get to know these New York Giants. All right, and we all know what we're going into on Sunday. Heading to MetLife. All right. it's gonna be fun, right? It's gonna be fun, right, guys? That's what we're here to do, right? Have fun, play football. Um, yeah, I mean, so let's get to know the New York Giants. I'm gonna share my screen here. So give me 1 second. I'm just hopping on a little Espen real quick, and I want to pull up the Giants here. So give me 1 second. All right, let's go to the New York Giants. The New York Giants. All right, so there we go. Give me a second here. I gotta share my screen. Sorry, it's taking a hot minute, guys. I'm gonna start making PowerPoints for you guys. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Start making PowerPoints for these live streams for you guys. And I'll decorate them up and make them all fancy. Make you think you're in back in college again. If any of y'all went to college, if you didn't, no judgment here. But all right, so you got Daniel Jones. He threw for 188 yards. You got Saquon 124 or 164. Sorry, Sterling Shepard 71. Tay Crowder. He had 7 tackles. All right, so let's see. That means Saquon Barclay right now is averaging 9 yards a carry. The longest one he had was 68 yards. Holy smokes. But yeah, total of rushing Daniel Jones had 25. Matt Breida helped. Kadarius Toney had 23. They didn't use him at all in the passing game, Kadarius Toney. I'm surprised about that. But Sterling Shepard was really good. He had 2 receptions, but he was targeted 4 times, 71 yards and a tutty. Richie James, 59 yards. Saquon had 30 yards as well out of the, catching. Kenny Galladay only had 22 yards. All right. But then their defense, when you've got Leonard Williams, you've got, who else do they have that's a stud on that defense? Dexter Lawrence. Those guys are studs, man. They're very good at stopping the run defensively. I think they're pretty good at stopping the run. Yeah, I know that they were playing Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry only had 82 yards. But he was still explosive. But their defense did a lot better against Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Now, but this was one guy that Saquon just tore up the Titans' defensive line, though. But for us, we're going up against another guy like Nick Chubb, or I would say more like Nick Chubb, run style wise, but like Kareem Hunt too. Saquon literally though is probably like a total package guy. He's almost like he's probably the same thing like Jonathan Taylor. Like if Saquon is healthy, we've all seen what this guy can do, right? But they've got a good defensive line too, though. And they stopped Derrick Henry in the last game for only 82 yards. So that's what I'm getting at here with this. All right, but let's get to know them a little bit more. So, so we're going to be, so it's a 1 o'clock kickoff, by the way, guys, if you didn't know. And the Giants are returning to home with their first week 1 win since 2016, which is insane. So, and that was a late victory for them against Tennessee. I don't think New York has had has in their opener games have been very well, as we all know that. Now, we got to watch out for Saquon Barclay. So let's talk about Saquon for a minute. Now, as we all know, the Panthers allowed the second most rushing yards this past week against the Browns. All right. And they'll definitely need to make some adjustments against this Giants team for sure. All right. And we're going up against the top performer in the run game probably from last week besides Nick Chubb. Right. The Giants totaled up and rushing yards in week 1 for them was 238, which was led by the league's top performing running back last week, Saquon Barclay, right? So like I said, Saquon he ran 18 attempts. He had 164 yards. He was averaging 9.1 yards per carry. You know, I mean, that's a hell of a kickstart off for your 5th year in the NFL. I mean, that is like the third, and they keep saying that it was the third most product, like the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Like that's the most he's ever had in his career. That amount of touches in a game. In that amount of productive game. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, it's been a long day, so I'm trying to do the best I can to come on this stream and give y'all guys a good show. But Barkley broke free on 4 carries for 13 yards or more against the Titans. 2 of his most explosive runs of the day. The first was the 68-yard run he had, and then another for 33. So, which was set them up for touchdown drives. And that's how they won the game. I mean, Barkley showed up. They came from behind because they were down at halftime. They were down 13-0. And then they open up the third quarter, and Barkley comes out with that 68-yard run. You know? So, you know, they basically heated up in the final 30 minutes of that game, and then they outscored the Titans by 21-7. They came back like we did, basically. I mean, we were down 20-7, you know? So, I mean, the Giants offense flashed some big plays, I'll be honest, throughout the second half comeback. The one that came to mind to me when I go back and watch their game and looked at some of the highlights was that 65-yard touchdown pass from Daniel Jones. All right. Which was caught by Sterling Shepard. But, I mean, also Barkley had 30 yards receiving, so which included that game-winning 2-point conversion from Daniel Jones. So, we're back in a bad matchup again against a good running back. And I don't know if the game plan changes. I don't think that the game plan we had going against Cleveland was the wrong game plan. We just didn't execute. You can tell me if I'm wrong, that's fine, but that's what I truly believe. We just didn't execute. Make True Money says, hey, everyone, sorry I'm late. No worries, man. We're kind of just getting started. I already did some updates and stuff like that. No worries. So feel free to go back and watch, man. You can always, these live streams, y'all, you know, they're recorded. So you can always go back and watch from the beginning if you want to. Okay. As people are coming in, though, we are at 9 people watching right now and only 7 thumbs up buttons. Come on, let's get them up. I'd love for this to get up to 50 likes. Like, I want to get every video at 50 likes. And if we can get to every video at 50 likes, then we can get to one to every 100 likes. And if we get one to every 100 likes, then I'll start giving giveaways. Also, speaking of giveaways, there is a link down in your description, guys. My first ever brand deal, betusa.com.pa. The link is down in the description of this video. I also commented a couple links in the comment section here. More than welcome to use those, but I would use the one in my link so you can get 125%. All right. You can be a degenerate like me and go bet a little bit on these games. But yeah, if you guys want to bet, I have a 100%, 25% bonus on BetUSA. Use my link to get this special offer. I will have some promo codes for you coming here soon. And I'm hopefully gonna get some merchandise in, which would be great. But anyways, for all of you that are coming in right now, make sure you pound that like button. That's all I ask. Now let's get back to the swing of things. All right, so we talked about Saquon Barclay. So I gave you some updates about some injuries that we are dealing with right now. The only serious one was Andre Roberts. Then I did that fun little poll up there. Your guys are more than welcome to obviously vote on it. Tell me what you think, but I'll give you the ending of how many missed tackles we had against Cleveland last week. Do not cheat, you scoundrels. All right. And also, we talked about Saquon Barclay, all right, and preparing for Saquon Barclay, all right. I kept saying this, we got to fill our gaps. Where's Derek Brown? Where is why are we not covering these angles? Like what if you the things that I say is football lingo. So some of you might not understand what I say. Well, in football, what does fill in gaps mean? Comment and tell me what filling gaps mean, if you know. Anybody? Bueller? 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 Okay, I'll just tell you. Filling gaps is an aggressive style that allows a player to shoot its gap. So basically, he shoots the gap, which was what we want Derek Brown and our linebackers and Nice to shoot those gaps. Right. Okay. Thank you, Balance and Hatcher. Thank you. But they shoot the gaps to either, fill in those holes, and then yes, thank you, JDH64. See, these guys they know what I'm talking about. The only reason why I ask people that is because some people don't understand what I'm saying. So sometimes I feel like I'm, just speaking, gibberish. All right, but this is assigned to a certain gap, such as between the C and G. Then you have balance. He even said it for me. The Panthers D line gets stretched out too much. Right. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what fill in the gaps mean. All right. Facts, guys, taking poor angles and arm tackling. They need to get bodies and gaps and gain. Yes, exactly. Basically, shoot the gap, fill it wherever that hole is, and make sure that we have somebody there to tackle the running back or whoever is going up the middle. Right. Basically, that's it. There's way more terms that I could go into that. The angles, there's different angles on how these guys run the ball and how these guys can come in and fill the gaps. You got to do all of that in one. All right. You got to be able to do all of that in one. All right. That's the best way I can explain it. If you watch game film, maybe we'll do that one day. Maybe I can get some game film and we'll go over some game film stuff. I'm just going through the comments. It's not just the stretch, but they get, pushed back. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Okay. But basically, that's what fill your gaps mean. All right. And cover those angles. All right. Same thing. And you'll hear it's all on the defensive line and linebacking core. Right. All right. Could be us overcommitting a lot too. There's a lot of problems here. And it's definitely something to worry about, because this could be the key to our season right here. Because I saw glimpses of a team in this last game that there were some bright spots, like the big, huge 70-yard touchdown pass to Robbie Anderson, to us coming back down 20-7, to where when we actually played good defense, Jacoby Brissett couldn't throw the ball. When we, and we did stop Nick Chubb a couple times and forced him to 4 and out, but then it was just like last year. It came down to the wire in a lot of games, and we just blew it. We just blew it, and the defense got tired. The time of possession killed us, and when you can't get your defense off the field, you're not going to win games. And there's a lot of blame to go around here. We can't just blame the defensive line and our linebackering core, it's definitely one of the main problems, but you got to blame Matt Rule for not starting Bradley Bozeman, number one, and number two, you got to blame Matt Rule for not icing the kicker. You could also put the blame on that. There's so many different blames we could put on here, right? But we have to make adjustments. We have to move on, and we have to make adjustments and get a game plan together for the New York Giants. All right. So anyways, so now let's go on, and I want to go over a little bit about Brian Doble, all right? This guy is so willing to take so many risks in games, man. He doesn't play around, all right? They could have taken the safe bet and go into overtime against Tennessee, but then he just makes this gutsy call, goes for it for the 2-point conversion attempt with 1 minute 6 seconds left in the game. Obviously, you give it to your best player on your offense, Saquon Barclay, and it worked out. So he's going to take risks. So we need to be prepared for some interesting play calls. He's going to come up with some interesting play calls, I think. I think he's going to come up with some tricky stuff, but he's going to use Saquon Barkley like Cleveland did against us. But the problem is now I get it. Saquon Barkley did all that by himself, all right? In this league, answer this question for me. How often does a guy go off like Saquon Barkley did against the Titans? Plus, also, you got to think about it like Nick Chubb had Kareem Hunt to back him up, and Kareem Hunt was coming in and out to give, Nick Chubb some resting time. So, is Matt Breida going to come in there and give some breather to Saquon Barkley? Because I just can't see a guy going back-to-back games and rushing 18 times for 164 yards and a touchdown, especially with the fact that Saquon Barkley is kind of like our running back. He's almost like it's like a precious piece of china, because if you drop it, it's going to break. Right? So the same thing with Christian. We've known that he's injury prone to a certain amount of touches. Saquon Barkley is the same way. We've seen it with him too. JD Egg 64 says Daniel Jones is his Hunt. I mean, if he's his Hunt, then I'm not too worried about it. I'll be honest. And I'm not really too worried about Daniel Jones throwing the ball. But if we can force New York to throw the ball, Carolina wins this game. Like I said against Cleveland, I kept telling everybody this. Our defensive line, our front seven has to be great to beat Cleveland. And then look what happened. I said it. All right? I said it multiple times. Our front seven has to be great to beat Cleveland. You have to force Jacoby Brissett when you got a guy who's a backup quarterback. You have to force him to throw the ball. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, guys. We know this. We've gone through this before. I have not answered the missed tackle question yet, but if everybody has gotten in and voted on it, I'll go ahead and let me see where the poll's at right now. All right, so as of right now, we have 6 votes, but there's 9 people watching. All right, 9 people are watching and only 6 votes. But make sure there is 9 people watching. We only have 8 likes to this video, so let's make sure we pound that like button. All right, we're only at 9 likes, so if you're in here and you haven't pounded that like button, please go ahead and do so. Show your support. That's the reason why we were able to get a brand deal, just because of you guys pounding that like button. It helps out a lot. Speaking of the brand deal, like I said before, if you guys want to bet responsibly, remember I have a 125% bonus on BetUSA. Use my link down in the description. Get this special offer now. Click on it. It'll take you right to it. The link will take you straight to it. I do have a promotion code coming, some merch coming. So yeah, just be on the lookout, guys. A lot of stuff coming this way. So far we got 7 votes. We'll do 3 more votes. All right, we'll do 10. All right, all I ask is three more votes. 8 people watching, 9 likes. All right, so if you're new in here, make sure you pound the like button. All right, let's move on. Anyways, I will, Brandon Hatcher. I will answer the missed tackle question here soon. How long is the code good for? Right now, you can use it whenever. I mean, I haven't got my promotion code from them yet. It's gonna be about. It's gonna take. They told me it's gonna take about a week, maybe 2 weeks, to get my promotion code together. But for right now, y'all can just show your support to the channel by just clicking that link and signing up on BetUSA. .com, and then you just sign up, and then they'll give you 125% bonus for your first for just signing up. And I've already signed up and got my 125% bonus. So if y'all do it, it's free. It's not like you got to pay for anything. Obviously, if you want to bet, then you obviously got to put a deposit in and bet just like any other betting thing like FanDuel and DraftKings. But if you guys want to bet and get 125% bonus, there you go. So go ahead and check the link down in the description. Use the link down in my description. That's the best way to show your support for the channel. But I will have a promotion code coming, which means another bonus will be coming for you guys to use. So, and I've already got my account set up on there and everything. So I'll definitely be betting this weekend and using it. So, but go check it out. All right. All right. So where was I at? Oh, okay. Here we go. So my next thing I want to talk about here is the Giants defense. All right. And some key pieces here. All right. Now, as we know, the Giants stopped Derrick Henry. I wouldn't say stop, but he, they stopped him for the most part. I think they stopped him very well. I can't say that they completely just he didn't have a game or just blew him out the water, but and he wasn't a factor in the game, but he was, but they still, I mean, they held him under 100 yards. King Henry only had 21 rushing attempts, 82 yards, and that averaged around 3.9 yards per carry. All right. Now, Henry, he did have 12 carries, 56 yards in the first half, and then added on 26 yards, 9 attempts in the second. All right. So New York kept the Titans from getting too much chunk plays, right? And Tennessee's longest play from scrimmage went for only around 31 yards. So the Giants defense could have some boosts against the Panthers that it didn't against the Titans, and that is as in defensive end Kayvon Thibodeau and edge rusher Azeez Ojulari were both inactive in week 1, but are both listed questionable as now heading into our matchup against us. So there's no telling what could happen. So maybe they might be getting some guys back. So then that means their defense is bolstered up. All right. So, I mean, that's the Giants. It's kind of just no different. I think that the game plan and everything else that I've said before, like I said against Cleveland, it's no different. I honestly think that, Carolina needs to do what Phil Snow said, Again, do the same thing. I think the game plan is going to be no different against the Giants. Okay. The Giants they have Saquon Barclay. Okay. All right. Hold on, guys. Sorry, my computer is acting up. I'm trying to share my screen for you guys. But I think for us, against Saquon Barkley is no different. It's gap discipline and then us overplaying angles. And that was a huge factor in our tackling struggles. And I'm going to give you an answer to the poll question that I put up there. How many missed tackles did we have against Cleveland last week? And it was 18. We had 18 missed tackles last week against Cleveland. And our defensive coordinator, Phil Snow, talked about those two specific things leading up to the game, which was gap discipline and overplaying angles. And that was the huge factor against Cleveland. You've got to force Daniel Jones to beat you with his arm in this game. Because we all seen what Daniel Jones does when he freaking has to throw the ball. We've seen what he does. He's going to throw an interception or two again. Right? I mean, we know that. I mean, the guy is just an interception. Yeah. 18 missed tackles last week against Cleveland, guys. So our gap discipline and overplaying angles is going to be the biggest thing for our defensive line and linebackers to do. Yes. Did we go against probably the best 1-2 punch of running back duos in the NFL for week 1? Yes. Where were we in the first half though? That's the thing. There's so much good, there's so much bad, and there's so much ugly. Like the good, from that Cleveland game that we've already learn from going into week 2, right? I mean, if you look at it from all angles, all right, the fourth quarter offense was probably the best thing, right? 3 drives, 17 points, some highlight worthy plays that the Panthers displayed, right? Now the Panthers accounted for 172 of their 261 yards in the fourth quarter alone. I mean, the biggest play of the fourth quarter was that beautiful pass, that 75-yard touchdown pass to Robbie Anderson. That happened the same thing last year. Sam Darnold launched a 57-yard pass to Anderson, right? Now, on top of that play, then Baker Mayfield rushed for a 70-yard touchdown pass and showed poise and accuracy that escaped him for the first 45 minutes of the game. The offensive line was able to hold that defensive line off and finally give Mayfield some time to hit his open receivers, give him open his progressions up, right? And it took a long time to get it really going, but the Panthers offense finally showed up. They finally showed some life. So hopefully they can carry that on into the Sunday against the Giants in MetLife Stadium. Now, if we're going to talk about wasn't so good, so the bad, I would have to say it was the offensive line. And I mean, yes, Ike Ekwonu was going up against Myles Garrett. We all know that. But he wasn't the only one that was the problem. Mayfield has some passes batted down because of the interior pressure. And every lineman had a play or two that left us Panther fans wondering what the hell is going on, just scratching our heads, looking like a bunch of idiots. And however, if it wasn't just the blocking that was a problem, Mayfield and center Pat Affline messed up the snap like 4 times. And it was hard to tell if it was Baker's fault or if it was Affline's fault. But I think at least 2 of them, if you go back and you look at them, they were definitely Pat Affline's fault, clearly. For sure. I mean, there's so much. I mean, it was easy to blame that on being week 1 and it being the first time that those two were together, Affline and Mayfield. But other thoughts that kept coming in my mind was that Matt Rule always kept talking about the process. Splitting the first team reps between Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. Well, where the fuck is Sam Darnold now, Matt Rule? He's out until we go play the damn Arizona Cardinals with a high ankle sprain. And you wanted to split first team reps all preseason long and off season long with Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. Are you telling me that you thought that Sam Darnold looked better than Baker Mayfield in preseason? That he looked better that you wanted, and you wanted to, or was it just that you just wanted to give Sam a chance? Like, do you truly believe that Sam Darnold is better than Baker Mayfield? Does anybody believe that? I can tell you right now, I could ask 100 people, and I guarantee you 100 people are going to say Baker Mayfield's better. But you have to wonder if Mayfield and Affline got more reps together with the ones, would this have been a problem? All these messed up snaps. 4 of them. 2 were on Affline. 2 or 3 of them were on Affline. Maybe 1 or 2, but there's probably 1 or 2 in there that you could say it was either one of them. Now the secondary. Let's talk about the secondary. The Panthers front 7 didn't create much pressure on Jacoby Brissett. I mean, but give me a minute. We'll get there. The secondary failed to cover themselves in glory in this game. The Browns receivers were running open much of the afternoon, in my opinion, and Brissett didn't have to make too many throws in those tight windows, guys. I mean, Brissett was 18 for 34, 147 yards on a touchdown, but he wasn't sacked. And he didn't turn the ball over. And the worst play of the afternoon was by the secondary. Was on a 3rd and 3 with the Browns at the Panthers 35-yard line. Pressure got to Brissett. He threw a duck of a throw into the end zone. Now, then was intercepted by Xavier Woods, but then, however, C.J. Henderson, who poorly reacted to the whole thing, didn't even turn around to an underthrown ball, then clotheslines Amari Cooper in the end zone, giving the Browns the ball at the 1-yard line. The dumbest play I've ever seen. Just straight stupidity. Then the Browns scored on the next play. Don't get me wrong, our secondary is very talented. But they're definitely far away from the Thieves Avenue of years past. And if y'all don't know what Thieves Avenue, the Thieves Avenue is, you need to go look it up. Now, everything about the front 7 was just awful. It was ugly, terrible, horrific, gory. What else could I put in there? Trash, dumpster fire. All right. Cleveland torched this on the ground game. Okay. 217 rushing yards on 39 carries, 5.6 yards per carry average. It was a physical mauling beatdown by the Browns offensive line. I'm not going to lie. They knew that Carolina had no chance to stop them, right? So they just continuously ran the ball all afternoon. And even with when the Panthers front got actual penetration and had a chance to stop Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt in the backfield, which one it was, the duo would just break a tackle and turn nothing into something, right? There has to be a sense of inevitability when the Browns running backs would touch the ball. A sense that Carolina would go in there and actually take a chance and actually to stop it, which is an all too familiar sense amongst Carolina Panther fans and myself and you guys. Carolina has been in the bottom half of this league in rushing yards allowed in each since 2019. They are on their way to another below average finish in 2022 after that game. Then the offense in the third quarter. Okay. These were the 5 drives that we had in the third quarter. 3 plays, -1 yards, punt. 3 plays, -4 yards, punt. 5 plays, 3 yards, punt. 5 plays, 12 yards, interception. 3 plays, 3 yards, punt. So what does that tell you? We are now heading to New York to play the Giants, a squad that has confidence. They've got momentum on their side. All right. Last year against the Giants, the Panthers traveled to MetLife Stadium, and the Panthers offense was rarely on the field. Matt Rule and Ben McAdoo need to figure out how to get off to a better start than they did against Cleveland. Matt Rule's already on the hot seat. I could even consider Ben McAdoo already on the hot seat, because if Matt Rule's gone, who do you think's going with him? Ben McAdoo will be going with him too. Both of those seats are really warm right now, and it's still warm out. At least that I know of in Charlotte. I don't want my seat warmers on. Not right now. It's getting close to that point, though, to have the seat warmers on. But not right now. I wouldn't want to be a part of it. But like I said, I think the game plan doesn't change. I think the offense needs to change it up. Christian McCaffrey needs to get more touches. We need to see him more in the game. So offensively, CMC needs to get the ball. I want to see 20 touches by CMC. All right. In this game against the Giants. Now, I wonder what the spread is. So right now, the spread for this game, all right, the Giants are 2.5 favorites against us. So that's interesting. Now, here's another question I got to ask you guys, and I've already done my research on this, but will Laviska Shenault play this week for the Panthers? Because Andre Roberts is out, so this could give him a chance to maybe start getting in the lineup a little bit. We took the opportunity to acquire him, and it was something that I didn't think we could pass up on, especially with how unique of a skill set I think he really is, especially at 23 years old. I mean, I know it's always going to be a long shot for a person that we just got, 2 weeks or a week before the season opener. Um, but he does. But the good thing with Chenault, he does have some familiarity with the offense. Our offensive coordinator Ben McAdoo, and learning that offense does take some time. All right. Now, from what I heard today from Matt Rule, that we could be possibly seeing him on Sunday. My initial thought was that the Panthers would use Chenault in a Debo Samuel kind of Cordell Patterson type of role, anyways. Like a hybrid wide receiver / running back. So that might be something the coaching staff shifts toward later, maybe in the season. I don't think that's their immediate plan, but I could see it happening. And then plus, with Andre nursing his knee injury, it's likely I think Chenault dresses for Sunday's game against the Giants. So that could be a possibility. But I think for the Panthers right now, I need to see in this game against the Giants, we need to go back to filling those gaps, covering those angles, or we'll cover the angles, but not overplaying the angles, especially on the front seven. So again, I need to see this front seven be great. Stop Saquon Barclay. Force Daniel Jones to beat you with his arm. All right. Our secondary just needs to not do stupid stuff like CJ Henderson did. I wonder if Pat Affline is going to be starting. That's another thing. So they released the depth chart. So let's look at the depth chart as of right now. So as the depth chart right now, still Baker, Christian, DJ, all right, Robbie. Then right behind Robbie is Shy. Right behind DJ is Rashad Higgins. Terrace Marshall is still in the lineup. Okay. Tommy Tremble, Ian Thomas, blah, blah, blah. Still got Pat Affline as the starting center. You got to be kidding me. I mean, just how stupid can you be, man? I mean, is Bradley Bozeman not up to speed with our offensive coordinator either with Ben McAdoo? Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand why Pat Affline is still not as our starter. I just don't understand it. Sorry, guys. I was done sharing that. But yeah, I need so offensively, I need CMC get 20 touches, get the ball moving. I do not want to come out into this game like we did against Cleveland where we were trying to throw the ball. I want to see short passes from Baker Mayfield first to start getting him, warmed up, get him comfortable back there. Right? And then we can start, slinging it down the field and stuff like that, if it's there, right? But I don't understand why, even though we brought in Chenault that we could use him into that package set like a Cordell Patterson, Debo Samuel style, why don't we do that with DJ Moore already? He did it in Maryland. Why not do it now? It still doesn't make sense to me to this day. I don't understand. Coach Killer says, we ain't seeing another line and running back again besides maybe the 49ers. I'm not worried about the 49ers. I'm not worried about Trey Lance. I ain't worried about Jeff Wilson. Now, unless there is rumors out there, guys. There is rumors out there that San Francisco is very interested in getting Kareem Hunt right now. So that means if we go against the 49ers and they trade for Kareem, guess who we're playing again against the 49ers? Kareem Hunt. The 49ers are very interested in Kareem Hunt right now. Balance. That would have not been a touchdown even without the interference. It would not have been. He underthrew Amari Cooper. It would not have been a touchdown. Because Amari Cooper, if you go look where Xavier Woods is, Then you go see where Amari Cooper was before CJ Henderson basically clotheslined him. It would have not been an interception. Or it would have not been a touchdown. Xavier Woods was right in position of where the ball was going to be. So it would have not have been a touchdown. I will argue with you on that one. The good old days of Thieves Avenue. If Henderson got his head around, it should have been a game changer for sure. But yeah, he shouldn't have been. He should have turned around to see where the ball was, because then Xavier Woods was right there, right in perfect position to catch it. Well, we ain't seen another line and a running back again besides maybe the 49ers. Running back, I'm not worried about it 49ers right now, unless they actually do trade for Kareem Hunt. Off defensive line, yes, absolutely. I think everyone is panicking. I'm not panicking. I'm just here to tell you, giving you my opinion, and if you like it, that's great. And you come in to watch my show, I'm much appreciated, but that's just my opinion. I'm not panicking. I just think that there's certain things that obviously every football team needs to critique, right? Every football team is not perfect. Even if they start off 1-0, it does not mean that they are going to win every game, right? But we can always do better. I can always do better and come on here and preach and talk about the Carolina Panthers to you guys, right? I'm always working on my craft with that. Yeah, we still have 16 games. I'm not worried. Neither am I. If they put everything together, guys, this team can be very dangerous, right? If we put things together, this team could be very, very dangerous. So I think a bigger question is are TMJ and Higgins going to actually get in the game? So from the press conference that I heard today from Matt Rule, was that TMJ really wants to play. Like, he is like, it sounds like, it's like almost sound like, and I hate to say it like this because it was Matt Rule talking, but it basically sounded like Matt Rule was saying like Terrace Marshall's like really wanting to play. But I get it. I mean, the competition in this wide receiver room is unreal. Besides, I mean, the only two that have really, spread themselves out from the others is Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. So, I don't know. And I think that, and I honestly think Matt Rule and them really like Shi Smith, and I really like Shi Smith. I like seeing Shi in the slot. He gets open, and he's a good guy you can dunk it off to, and he can get extra yards after the catch. You know what I mean? I think I really like Shi a lot. I think Shi Smith is the guy that we're going to see instead of TMJ. Now I don't know about Higgins either. I don't know. Really, right now, the only people that look good on this we got to play the best players we need to put the best players on the field that are the ones that are performing the best, right? So that's the only thing we'll see. If anyone, I hope Higgins gets in the game as third receiver, but Shi stays the slot. Your slot doesn't have to be a wide receiver 3, right? Doesn't have to be. But Shi Smith plays so well. But like I said, Andre Roberts is out, so that could change that might mean that Shi Smith. Dang, bro. My dog always taking up my bed, man. But with Andre Roberts out, and now we're going to see Shi Smith punting the ball or catching punt returns, sorry. And then you got Chuba Hubbard, who will be taking kick returns. I was taking notes today from the press conference. There's a possibility because Matt Rule did say that we might be seeing Higgins and TMJ in this game. So, and then he said also Laviska Shenault. So, I don't care who's on the field. As long as I see CMC get more touches, I will be happy. And we don't come out here in the first drive of the game, first 3 plays of the game, we throw the ball and go 4 and out. That's all I care about for the offense. I want to see a nice drive. I don't even care if we kick a field goal. I just want to see a good drive. I want to see I want to see CMC get a couple runs. I want to see Baker Mayfield get some short passes, get comfortable back there, get the offensive line figuring out this defensive line, and just keep their defense on the field. So run the damn ball. That is going to be the key on offense, is run the damn ball. I don't care who it is. Run the damn ball. I'm going to get a shirt that says that. I'm going to get a shirt that says RDB. And then underneath, I'm going to put my logo on it. And I'm going to make that a shirt. Run the damn ball. Defensively, maybe I'll get a shirt too that says fill your gaps. That could be bad though, because some people could take that the wrong way. Oh man, I make myself laugh sometimes, guys. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you joining the live. If you're just getting here, make sure you pound that like button. On your way out, if you haven't already, if you're just getting here, make sure you pound that like button and rewatch the video. It's a live stream, so these are recorded. You can always go back and watch them, but make sure you pound that like button. Either if you've came in and did it, great. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And then on your way out, if you haven't liked the hit that like button, make sure you do it on the way out. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers Den on Facebook. All the Facebook people that allow me to share on there. You know who you are. Guys, check me out on social media. Here I am. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Roppstar92_. Go check me out. If you guys want to bet responsibly, remember that I have a 125% bonus on Bet USA. Use my link down in the description. Click it, takes you right to it. You can sign up for free today and have fun, right? All right, guys, I will have my preview and prediction for this game coming out on maybe tomorrow, maybe even Friday. I might start doing some NFL stuff too, like some week 1 picks, predictions. So I might be starting to do that a little bit. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow and do a week 1 preview or like picking predictions for each game. So if y'all want to see that, let me know. Comment on this video. Tell me if you all would like to maybe see some more NFL content on other teams. So like the week 1 preview and predictions. But yeah, anyways, as always, before I leave you guys, thank you for the support, guys. We got that brand deal, and that's all because of you guys. There will be some giveaways coming. There will be some promotion code coming. There should be some merchandise coming. A lot of good things coming, man. So the more we like, the more we subscribe, the more we share my videos, the channel and everything, the more we grow this family. And then the more stuff I can do for y'all to help you out, whether that's tickets, jerseys. Yeah. So trust me, I've done giveaways before. They're coming. So I just want to reach some milestones first, but, and I got to get through some of this stuff prepping with this brand deal. But yeah, you gotta check that link down in the description for the Bet USA 125% bonus. Use my link. It helps me out tremendously. Make sure you pound the like button, subscribe to the channel, click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on anything. The post notification bell is huge. I've had a lot of people say, well, I haven't seen you been posting. I missed your video last week. Click the post notifications bell. It will notify you every time I'm either live or as soon as I'm going live or when I post a new video. So please do that. All right. All right, guys. As always, keep pounding.